Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to celebrate and have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives and communities positively. My name is Dr. Kemi Akiode Adebayo, known as Dr. Mama K, and in today's program we continue to celebrate Men's Month for the month of November. This is our part 4 edition, and we're focusing on snippets of a full-on conversation that I had with two amazing men who are doing wonderful things in the community through their work, through pastoral work that they're doing, and as well as their business. So yes, you need to go and watch the full-on conversation that we had so that you get a full-on, information about who they are, what they do, and how they're impacting life in an amazing way positively. So our two men are Pastor David Kadalie. He is the pastor of Every Nation, which is based in Schaapkraal, Cape Town, South Africa. And the title of our conversation then was Love for People, which is something Pastor David, Uncle David, to me demonstrates in amazing ways. Himself and his lovely, beautiful wife, Sister Denise, they do so much in the community, and they just show the love for people through what they've done over the years at the Baxter, which is my branch of Every Nation, and as well the new mission that God has directed them to go on to. And then the second person we'll be focusing on is a young man, Mr. Blessing Yawo. He's originally from Ghana. He's a serial entrepreneur and a man of God, and he's a CEO and founder of Ubuntu Nations Cup, which is based in Cape Town. The title of the conversation we had was Let Lord Lead, because for Mr. Blessing, it's about allowing love to lead each time. It shows it in how he's committed himself into the community, doing so much. He recently started with other teams member hiking, with other team members, and that is going very, very well. So we can't wait to just go back and revisit both of them to see how they're doing. So the first segment was where I was asking Pastor Uncle David Kadalie about social issues. For him, what social issues, he's passionate about, because I know he has a lot he's already doing and a lot that he wants to do. Enjoy. But my final question, to you, because we've spoken about some of those social issues, the poverty, the unemployment, crime, and so on, which we know exists, which you're already doing a lot of work, and you've done up till date, through mentorship, through leadership, through putting back, in the community, through giving food, giving gifts, giving, a lot of things you've done. And I know you have a heart for the needy, the poor, and those who are marginalized. What would you say are some of the other solutions that we could have to addressing some of the social issues? Or maybe there's another one you're particular about. But I'm about solutions. What more do we need to do? If not you, if not Every Nation, if not other churches, what more can we do, and who else needs to be involved?
There's something that I do wherever I go. It's called spiritual mapping.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of spiritual mapping.
No.
But spiritual mapping,
I have to be honest.
Spiritual mapping is going into an area and working sometimes with intercessors and people in the community to discover the strongholds in an area.
Okay.
Because sometimes you work and you work and you work and you pour money and you pour money, and you almost don't see any results. But you give. Somebody already told me one day, be careful that you don't throw your money into a bottomless pit. You pour in and you don't see any change. So what we do is we go in and identify the strongholds within a community. And part of our action is a prayer strategy.
Okay.
Before skills and all those kind of things.
Right.
But praying into those strongholds.
Right.
Because there are sometimes within a community certain individuals or even institutions that works against your strategy. You see, I'm a firm believer that we're in a warfare.
Yeah.
Crime,
Yeah.
murder, drugs, all these things that we're dealing with, there is a power behind it, and that is Satan. So even in social responsibility, and a lot of people, they've got a heart for the poor and stuff, and they just go, give, and you find for 20 years you're still doing the same thing. You're not making any difference. Because even in social responsibility, we need God. We need the Holy Spirit. We need to be led. We need to know what we're about. We need to see where God is working so that we can cooperate with God.
Right.
And not just do our own thing. Because we want money and we want to be seen to be good. It's a work of God. So, sorry, maybe that's not the answer you're looking for.
No. It's deep.
That is my approach.
No, that
is my approach.
I didn't have any answer in mind.
I'll give you an example. To give you an example, I'm working on having an ECD at Schaapkraal. So we've got a board. We've been working. We've been trying to get this ECD. Now, it's not come off the ground, but all of a sudden, I've been exposed. And I think it's a God thing, because when I started this youth ministry now, which is only over a month now, youth ministry, discovering all these teenagers who can't read, they haven't been to school, they were not registered, they can't even write their names. So I went to the leadership, I said, let's put the ECD on hold. I think God is showing us something different. We cannot be here working among a generation of young people who's got no hope to fit into a marketplace. We're living in a digital world. When you have teenagers who's 14-year-old who hasn't even started grade 1. I mean, it is very sad. So now we had a long meeting on Sunday around this, and there was a lot of, and everybody agreed, we've got to change our strategy. But that was a God thing. And we've got to listen to God and be flexible enough to change course, because there's a need. You know, my wife has been running around trying to get birth certificates for a 14-year-old. There's other kids, other leaders running around trying to get births. On Wednesday, we're taking our laptops to have kids registered because parents are just tardy. So and there's a deadline apparently. So Wednesday we're going and we're telling the community, come and have your kids registered for school, you know.
So that's simple.
It's a simple thing,
task,
you know?
but overlooked sometimes.
Now, a second thing, that is probably something that pumps, you know, the motivation in me, is the fatherlessness. We don't, you know, most of the people in our church is women as mothers. But the fatherlessness, so I'm getting men together. And I've already, and every Sunday, I have a group and I deal with all the men in the church, get them together, and we deal with what it is to be a father, what it is to be a man. What does it mean?
The bottom line.
We've got couples in our church who's not married. Now we're discipling them, but I can't put them into leadership because they're living together. So now I've got to get hold of these men. I mean, some of them don't even have work permits to be in the country, and all kinds of issues we're dealing with. But fatherlessness and leadership among men is a big concern. It's a big problem, because I think a lot of crime, a lot of the ills that we're dealing with is birthed by fatherlessness. Because kids have no security, they have no identity, they don't belong, all these things. So, you know, you can deal with all the stuff, peripherals, but some of the root areas is strongholds, fatherlessness. I mean, there's a lot more. Do you want more?
Thank you very much, Pastor Uncle David. I think that sounds really nice. That's what I'm going to be calling you now from now on. Yeah, I like what you said. Yeah, that spiritual mapping, which is what you do, is, you know, you first find out what are the needs in an area, how can you help them, and how can you support, you know, what they're doing. Then giving money, you know, as well, is part of some of the changes that needs to happen. But when you find the problem, everything else falls into place. God always finds a way to work things throughout. Completely agree with you. Thank you for all you're doing with Sister Dennis in the community of Schaapkraal and Cape Town and what you've done across Africa as a whole. You need to watch the full program because this man has been a blessing and has impacted lives in so ways. Okay, the second segment is with Mr. Blessing Yawo, and I was asking him about what Ubuntu Nations Cup, why he started and what all that is about. Enjoy. Ubuntu Nations Cup.
Yes.
How and when did you start that, and why? Why did you start that?
Look, to me, I believe where there is football, there is peace, there is love, and there is joy. Okay, and when some of us got here, it wasn't easy compared to now. Okay, xenophobia, was at its highest point.
Yeah.
There was discrimination. And to me, football, it's more than just a sport. It speaks volumes. I mean, when I got here, I didn't understand the language, but I was able to play football with people, that we don't speak the same language. But
so it helps break barriers.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? So I love the game so much, and we used to like play communities like every Sundays. You have different communities. We come together and play football. So I'm like, okay, so why don't you rather have kind of like a tournament that brings us together?
Okay.
So we gave birth to Ubuntu Nations Cup, back in 2013.
Okay.
We started at UCT. It was between Ghana and Nigeria.
I knew you were going to say Ghana and
Yes.
Nigeria.
Ghana,
You brought that
exactly.
here to South Africa.
Exactly.
Okay, no, we're brothers and sisters. Okay.
So it was Ghana, Nigeria, Congo, and Burundi. That's how we started. So it was 4 teams.
Right.
We went on. Even at some stage we were having 32 teams. So when I mean teams, basically these teams are representing their communities in Cape Town. You talk of your Uganda, you talk of your Burundi, Congo, Angola, Somalia. That's how Ubuntu Nations Cup is all about. And the word Ubuntu means unity. So that's how the name came about. So we were trying to bring unity among ourselves. And yeah.
So what are you mostly proud of with the achievement for the football?
Yes, to me, to see people coming together, playing football, loving each other, and also in terms of cultural, exposure, I mean, a Zimbabwean now will feel comfortable, getting to know the culture from Ghana, getting to know the culture from Zimbabwe, and as much as our brothers and sisters also, from South Africa, they all know, what Nigerians are, what type of clothes they wear. They see a Ghanaian, okay, wearing the Ashanti Kente, they understand, okay, fine, this is a traditional attire from Ghana. So these are all, it's all inclusive, yeah.
Okay. What motivates you?
I think the motivation, I would say, it's love. Okay, the motivation is love. I love seeing people playing football. Like I said, where there's football, there's laughter, there's joy, there's happiness. So that's what keeps me going. And to see people appreciating, lifting trophies, being happy, sharing their testimonies in terms of, the joy that, so that's, to me, that's basically it. That's
right.
Yes.
So now I want to ask you, because you've had your journey from Accra to Cape Town and obviously other parts of South Africa, what are some of the lessons you have learned over the years that you would love to share with your younger self, maybe 15-year-old Blessing back in Accra or somewhere else in Ghana? What are some of the lessons that you would love to share?
Yes, to something that I would like to share with the young ones out there is to respect your elders, and also to take life very seriously. One thing is that peer pressure, also something that drives us into wrong crowd. And yeah, and also to take advice. Advice means not anyhow advice, but something that will impact your life. So to me, the most important thing is you hang out with people who impact your life, who are going to drive you into your destiny in terms of your dreams, achieving your dreams. I mean, look, the modern life right now, it's compared to when we were growing up, things have changed. The media, social media right now have actually caught people on guard. But the most importantly is to stay focused. Is to stay focused and continue. Never give up. Never give up, because life has a way of throwing things at you. But you just have to stand firm. And like I said, you need to be passionate. To God as well.
Yes, Ubuntu, which is a name that we all know in South Africa. I am because of who you are, and it's about supporting each other. And yes, you're demonstrating that, saying yes, football is all about love, it's about peace, it's about joy. And for you, you're using sports to speak to the community, which speaks volumes. Because yes, I completely agree. We normally come together through fun ways to support each other when it's football, unless you're supporting different teams. But yes, thank you for what you're doing through Ubuntu Nations Cup, using football as a platform to promote love, to promote peace, to promote joy. Thank you. Okay, that's all we've got time for today, and we continue to celebrate our men doing amazing things in the community. We just really honor you. We see you, we respect you, we thank you for all you're doing, and we're using this as a platform for other men, especially young men, to take that goal of saying, yes, what can I do? How much more can I support my community and refrain, from violence, from anything negative. Okay, that's all we've got time for today. This is me, Dr. Mama K, signing off, saying stay safe, stay blessed, much love.